Good afternoon, Jam Fam.
Hey, hey!
What's
How's
up, guys?
doing?
So you may notice no Felicia here, no John, no Amy. Making history here. John is off for the day. Felicia's filming Job Hunt Chicago, and Amy's on a doctor's appointment. So the Jam B team is together.
Hey,
Okay.
hey! Look, I'm excited. Okay, I was like, we got the team under 30. No offense to anyone, but we're the young team. There we go.
Put us in, coach. We are ready to get off the benches. We're in. We're going. It's gonna be a great show.
The millennial movement is in full effect. Let's get things started for you with your weather. Bear with me. My first time ever doing weather. Take a look outside, first of all. Woo, it is gorgeous out there. 78 degrees and sunny. I got a chance to run downtown this morning, and it was perfect mix of crisp and cool with that sunlight as well. Once again, that sunrise happening. It was at 5:16 this morning. The sun's going to set about 8:30 tonight, 78 degrees. And here's a look at the rest of the week for you. We're going to go to 85 tomorrow, and Wednesday spike up a little bit more. Thursday and Friday also escalating. The weekend is where you got to be careful here and make sure you have your umbrella ready. We're seeing scattered storms, a chance for that, with temps at 86 and 82. Still a chance that we could have those scattered storms push a little bit to Monday. So maybe we get a Saturday scot-free. I hope for our weekend's sake, because those temperatures still pretty beautiful there. But just keep in mind of those things as you prepare for your week. Otherwise, looking good.
You know what, Brandon? I used to get, kind of upset or like a little sad that it would be raining over the weekend, but now I'm like, who cares? I mean, it's not like I'm going to do anything anyway, right?
It's all the same day.
I know. Sheesh.
All right, guys. Well, we have some breaking news. This just happened about 30 minutes ago, but I want to let you guys know that the Oscars ceremony is being postponed due to the pandemic. So the 93rd Academy Awards, that'll now be April 25th. And it was just set for February 28th. So it's about 2 months more than they were expecting. But they're also extending the eligibility window for feature films until now, February 28th. And this is only the fourth time in history that the Oscars has ever been postponed. So obviously COVID is having a huge impact on the movie industry. I think this is going to be an extremely interesting awards season in general. I mean, but I'm not surprised they pushed it back. I think we're going to continue to see this with a lot of big events.
Yeah, now I want to see if, because they're extending that window for eligibility, are they going to allow more films to be nominated? Now, because there's more films that are going to be under consideration now if you're going to extend that window. So I'm just wondering if they're going to maybe add a few other Best Picture nominees or Best Director, Best Actress. Different times call for different measures. So it's weird.
I mean, and Krista, you said it. There are going to be many more things, many more, things. I guess just to say it how it is, just things that we're used to is not the way that we're going to be doing it come the rest of the summer and come fall. But some other news that you need to know for everyone watching right now, the FDA ends emergency use of hydroxychloroquine for coronavirus. So the FDA revoked 2 COVID-19 treatments President Donald Trump pushed at the start of the pandemic. Large clinical trials proved that there is no antiviral effect. The drugs didn't help hospitalized coronavirus patients, and doctors reported it can actually cause heart problems. Now, drug makers donated millions of these pills to federal and state governments, but not many were used. For example, in Florida, they're sitting on more than 980,000 unused doses sent in April. And I think that kind of says where we're standing during this global pandemic. There are a lot of things that we just don't know. And I think that's the scariest part too.
Yeah, we're going to need time to figure that out. And I want health officials to be sure of these things that they're putting out there for all of us.
I mean, just to kind of talk about the antibody test that I did a story on, they were like, you can get the antibody test, but we still don't know, what it means. So again, a lot of developing things, but okay, guys, are you ready for our first guest?
At the president on this. I just want to at President Trump. That's who this is really for. That's who this news is really news to.
You know what? Every day is something new. So we just got to keep being on top of it. Okay, guys, ready for our first guest?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's bring in Laura Hyman, who is an international yoga pioneer and physical therapist focused on involving the practice of yoga to empower balance and movement through everyday life. Now, she has an advanced degree in physical therapy and 25 years of practice. Hey, lady, good morning. Or good morning. I'm so used to good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
It's good morning somewhere. Thank you. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, so I want to start off by you kind of explaining this creation that you have that's called LYT Yoga. Tell me what that is.
LYT stands for Lit Lara's, that's me, Lara's Yoga Technique. And so I started teaching and practicing yoga around 25 years ago and was doing a more classical form of yoga. And parallel to that was working as a physical therapist and getting an advanced degree in neurodevelopmental techniques. And so I'd be working with a really involved stroke patient, for instance, and doing these developmental patterning that I saw made incredible changes in his ability to execute functional movement. And simultaneous to that, when I was teaching yoga, I noticed my own practice and teaching wasn't feeling like it was evolving. So I just started to converge the two worlds. And in a very brief summary, that I essentially created this style that I guess is playing right now.
Yeah. And there we can see it. Now, I think it's interesting because a lot of people sometimes, and these are just friends that I talk to, they're like, oh, yoga is just not for me, or or it's too slow, or it's too different than what I'm used to, and it's not hit, and I don't feel sweaty, and I feel like I'm not getting a workout. I mean, this is kind of getting the best of both worlds, I would say.
Absolutely. And that was my other thought, is that I would see in people that practiced with me, or when I practiced myself, I would feel like we'd have to do more, like a little bit more aerobics or like running, and that's great. But at the end of the day, we only have a certain amount of time. So I started putting in things that were more like HIIT based, plyometrics. Well, they have incredibly sound scientific rationale why you should be putting them in. It's great for your bone density. It's great for muscle development, all these things that we need as, yoga practitioners. And then I started doing inversions. Like you just saw in the video. I mean, I taught myself how to handstand because I understand the biomechanics of it. And it took some time, but I was 35 years old. I'd never done a handstand in my life. And I started incorporating getting on your hands more, which is a part of developmental sequencing. Like I was telling you, I did with my stroke patients. I did it now in my classes a lot more. Vinyasa typically is very leg heavy, and you do some stuff in your arms, but nothing where you're really required to balance on your arm in the form of a handstand for long periods of time. So I just started incorporating that as well. And, I've taught thousands of people how to handstand. And handstand doesn't necessarily mean you're up vertical and holding it like a gymnast. It's a process to get there. But in the process, you're laying down brain mapping that is novel and new, and that really makes you smarter. I mean, intelligence is really a lot to do with how well you're getting all the neurons firing, and the brain loves novelty. So that's, for anybody that takes my yoga for a long period of time, they're always like, wow, you're doing something different. And this is how do you make up so many things? Well, there's an endless amount of movement patterns that we can do. And we have, as modern day people, we've really reduced our movement experience. So for LIT really is about, it lights up your spirit, because all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm pulling on connective tissue in a different way. My joints have greater mobility. That makes you feel better. Your brain is sparking. That makes you feel clearer. And all of that helps you feel calmer and yet energized, which is that kind of magic elixir of a lot of yoga. But this really is very purposeful, the style that I teach.
I've considered making the leap to yoga myself. I'm a big guy, former football player, maybe not the most flexible person out there. So how do I even start if I'm interested in this world of yoga?
Well, I love that question. And that's, a lot of people are looking at photographs or videos of very bendy pretzel-like shapes. Mm-hmm. And when I talk about my modern kind of revolution of yoga, it's to say that wherever you are, we're just trying to create a better balance. So you need to start with somebody like me, but somebody who really understands the body. You walk into a regular yoga class, and if that teacher hasn't gotten a good, solid foundation of functional anatomy and movement, and is just kind of going through, I don't want to say regurgitating, but kind of going through the just yoga traditional practice, it's not going to really offer you much, and you're going to want to leave because it's not, it's going to feel clunky and not comfortable. So really, if you go into a class where somebody understands the body, going to be able to offer anyone, but especially beginners, variations on something. And that there's not an optimal, like we're going for the foot behind the head. What we're going for is a feeling and a connection. Yeah.
I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Unless you're getting paid $1 million on the cover of some magazine, there's no purpose in something like that. It's really going beyond what you're really intended, the joints intended to go. So
there's hope for big guys like me out there.
A lot. Oh, I've worked with guys like you a lot, and and they're always like, I can barely bend over, and I'm like, hey, listen, you have a body. You can do this. That's really,
Brandon,
that's the prerequisite.
You can't even touch your toes.
Yeah. One of my first classes called Touching Your Toes is Overrated, because it is. It's actually, you don't like that is, it's to get things moving well and more balanced.
Oh, I'm excited. That sounds so cool. And also on your free time, you are training the U.S. women's rowing team over Zoom. I mean, like, first of all, congrats. But second of all, I mean, like, over Zoom, I mean, I'm sure no one really planned for this. How has that been?
I think when you understand the body really well, whatever you do well, just like what you guys do well, it's not difficult. It's not difficult for me to look at a body, no matter who it is, and see where we can bring more balance. And so I know the prerequisites for them is that they need more balance. They are moving in a repetitive way. There's a lot of natural imbalances. And so I work to get those balances back in place, and I can do it verbally. I don't have to have my hands on them or demo. I mean, I can demo and they can see me, but I don't need to be in the same room. And I'm lucky enough that I have worked with them in person before this. So they're familiar with me, but I do a lot of Skype sessions all over the world with athletes and non-athletes. And I can instruct really well based on what I'm seeing. And for the rowers, I know what they need to balance out some real issues that they develop. Their injuries come from, and that's how injuries occur. It's a imbalance in muscle pull and wear and tear on a joint done over and over again. So that's what we're trying to avoid and make them more efficient, because as they become more efficient, they're going to get faster, and that power will translate into performance.
Yeah, because I would imagine if you were training rowers, it would be a much more rigorous workout. But you're saying that your yoga technique is something that's really beneficial for even people who are out on the water using their arms, like I just said, rigorously.
Yeah, and it's really to serve whatever your needs are. So the rowers, they don't really need a lot more like rah, rah, rah. They're lifting weights, they're rowing. What they need is more kind of unwinding. They need hip mobility. They do need core strength, believe it or not, because there's superficial muscles. So there's layers of muscles. The superficial ones are strong, but that imbalance is not good, because the underlying ones that give support to the bones, that are closest to the bones, if they're not holding the bones well, so that it's like a door. If the handle's a little bit loose, the door is just not going to swing well. And eventually there'll be some kind of loosening. So they do need core strengthening, but they don't need a lot of like, tons of fast movement or getting their heart rate up. They're doing plenty of that. So we do a lot more like stronger, mobile movements. It's fun to watch some of the stuff we do, because it's kind of funky.
Yeah, the joints are so important. I can definitely relate. My joints are loosey-goosey, so it's important to strengthen your muscles around all those.
You would need more of the consolidation. You don't need like, whoa, like big things like that. You're going to need much more of like, how do I hold the scapula on the ribs? I know how to slip it all around, but that over time is not going to be good. So the hypermobile people, quite frankly, scare me the most. I'll take a tight, barely moving person any day of the week, because what's happening is their brain, their nervous system is on high alert. It's like, nope, you can't move there. But the hypermobile people, they aren't getting the signals from the brain. So they go into the joint space and they press into it in a way that can be over time damaging.
Well, Laura, you got people up here in the comments challenging me to do the splits and some downward facing dogs. So
Let's go.
we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
Okay.
explore. I want to thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been great. Let's throw up her information here on screen. You can find her Instagram and Lit Yoga, LYT.
LYT, go get some.
Laura, I'm about to sign up. I'm with it. Okay.
Yeah, go on the
I'll
platform.
see you soon.
It's so many classes. Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Take
Oh,
care.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Ooh, Brandon, I cannot wait. Now you got to keep up with the people. You got to do what the people want.
You know, if when COVID, dies down a little bit, I will gladly do some sort of piece for us, or I learn yoga. I will embarrass myself on TV. I'll do it.
Well, you're gonna make
There
us
we
wait
go.
that long? You can't, just give us a little stretch, a little split after this. You can do it.
There's this new thing,
I
not
can
that
move
I
my
know.
arm behind my back. Does that work?
There's this new thing, not that I know about it too much, but on TikTok, usually people say like, you don't need to be flexible to do the splits. I don't know if anyone has seen the video. And in like 15 seconds, they show you how to do the splits. So I'll send it to you today. Tomorrow, we'll check back in with Brandon to see if that's how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk about Share
Love it.
Your Pride Chicago campaign. In honor of the Stonewall Uprising, each June, Americans celebrate LGBTQ Pride Month. In recognition of Pride Month, CW26 and Acton Law Office are celebrating agents of change. We want to hear and share your story. So use the hashtag Share Your Pride Chicago and tag us, CW26 Chicago, or send us your Pride stories and pictures to jamrealshy@wciu.com. We'll be highlighting your Pride Chicago all month long. I love these stories. I cannot wait to see what you guys send us.
Yeah, great effort. We don't have a parade, so I think it's important that we have still some sort of representation there. I think that's really awesome. All right, let's keep things moving here. We got a comedian in the house, Dawn Boatman, Dawn B. She's a comedian who's performed all over the world and has thought outside the box for her comedy shows. And she's joining us now to talk a little bit about some of her innovative ideas for entertaining people. Dawn B, what's up? We can't hear you, Dawn. I hope are you on mute? Uh-oh. It's bound to happen. It is Zoom. How about now?
It is.
Okay, Dawn, talk for us.
Hold on.
Oh, I hear her.
We hear
Okay.
Here we
you.
go. We're good.
Well, now we don't. You're on mute again.
We spoke too
Dawn,
soon.
you better stop playing us.
There. Don't press the mute button.
Hold on. Oh my God. This is out of
We got
control.
you. We got you. We can hear you
Come
now.
back.
Oh,
Well, we will
Uh-oh.
get Dawn back.
John was like, wait, this is who I'm going to be talking to? What? Gotta go.
right. She saw Brandon. She's like, he can't do the splits. Not interesting. Let's go.
Exactly.
She's like, all right, I'm out. Now she'll be back, and we'll talk about that. First of all, hey guys, I don't know if you heard about this dragging that millennials are going under from Gen Z. Gen Z is pounding millennials right now, talking about how all we do is complain and then drink wine and eat pizza. Let me see if
God.
I can pull up that article for you.
That's called jealousy, Brandon.
This is Gen Z talking about us.
This is Gen Z talking about us. Of course,
They got no room to talk.
Gen Z was
Zero.
born after 1998.
How about now?
Hey,
Oh,
we got Dawn.
Jesus.
We got Dawn
I'm
back.
going on my phone. This is absolutely out of control.
Dawn, I had 101 questions for you, and I was like, well, we don't need those.
Is that Lori I see in the background? Got Lori Lightfoot back there?
Can she hear you?
Dawn, can you hear me?
She has two.
Let's try.
She got her phone coming up. There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Double vision. We hear you. We see you. I see Lori Lightfoot back there too. Oh,
Yeah.
That is Lolo. You have the Mayor Lori Lightfoot. I have Mayor Lolo Lightfoot. She's the one that gets to the nitty gritty.
gets to the nitty gritty. She's the one you don't play with.
Exactly. We will find you.
No,
I
I
love
respect
it.
curfew because of her. I'm not playing.
Curfew over.
Exactly.
Curfew's over.
Well, hey,
is
Dawn, I'm excited to talk about your initiatives and what you've been doing. You've been working in comedy. It's already tough enough. Then you add the limiting on meetings and public spaces being wiped away, but you've been keeping busy. You started a Facebook Live comedy show from your garage that I think you're in right now. Tell me about that.
I am live on the set of the Stereo ASS at Home comedy show. This is the set. Okay. And I do it every Thursday night. I go live at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's been 3 months now. Started at the height of the pandemic.
Gosh, Dawn, I have a question that I think is hard for me to understand. I know I have a lot of comedians that I follow all over social media, and some of them are saying, I will absolutely not do a Zoom comedy show. I don't want to do any Facebook, no nothing, because it's not the same. But I think as a comedian, that's like who you are, right? No matter where the audience is or who they are, you're going to perform. Or was it hard for you to kind of get to that level too?
Oh, listen, it is the hardest thing I had to do outside of having 2 C-sections. It is so difficult, but because this is our new normal, you have to keep up with the times. Absolutely. A lot of comics are hesitant because it's easier to bomb online with no audience, with a bunch of people watching that's not in the room, that's not here. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
You got quite the setup there in your garage. I'm trying to see Glolo Lightfoot there. What is she wearing? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lolo today has on a kimono dress. She changes her outfits throughout the week, every week. You know, I still have her first outfit is here. Okay.
Okay.
This is the traditional press conference.
Okay.
Yes.
The traditional pants, iconic.
I think she wore that right after she got her hair cut and then told everyone else that they can't get their hair cut. I like that look.
Hey, and you know what? Lori can get away with it. Now, the chick that posted the pictures, now you're not going to be able to open in phase 3, sis.
Everybody but her.
This is a secret society.
How much is Lolo involved in your show? Does she stick back there when you're going live on Facebook and everything too?
Absolutely. Lori, Miss Mayor Lolo has been here since day 1 to show people that we are in compliance with the state ordinance. Okay. We kept it safe. I don't know if I can show all my product because I stay sprayed up and prayed up. I got the Lysol, the Microban. I have all my disinfectants to make sure I spritz because we had my production team was here with Veronica Taylor, production manager, Stephen Matthews, who does all my tech. So, I mean, it was a couple people here and people that lived like on the neighborhood next door, they would come out and stand in the alley because we were social distancing. We are social distancing. They would have their masks. So I did this so that we can show respect and let you know that we in compliance while working from home.
All right. Stayed up and sprayed up. That's a new slogan right there.
I know, that's a good one. Hey, Dawn, obviously we're in phase 3 and patios are opening up. I just want to know if you're going to be hanging out with the rest of the people. Because look, I don't trust nobody right now.
Okay. I have been to a patio to eat. Absolutely. But I'm not really ready to go all the way out in the world. I mean, because it's 2 pandemics going on right now. It's a pandemic. I get nervous just going to the grocery store, people coughing. I'm like, oh, they shooting because coughing is the new shooting. Like it's been reported coughing 2 hours over. So, I've been in the house since March 13th and that's now my normal. I'm just curious to know if I know how to socialize anymore. Like, hi, but you can't even see somebody really speaking because we are like this. So it doesn't even seem, oh, don't show my nails. Lord have mercy, child.
Oh, it's all good. Hey, it's been a minute, huh?
Have the nail salons open back? Jesus Christ. I'm scared.
I feel you all the way. I'm scared too, girl.
They're open, but I'm not going. I'm waiting a couple more weeks.
But the thing of it is everyone's like, you can't live in fear. Absolutely. I do not live in fear because God has made a way through anything for me. My personal experience is that the pandemic I turned it into something positive. Okay. Because I just really got back into America. I married a Marine. We were deployed. We were in Okinawa, Japan for the last 3 years. So I got back here August and then I got back into the comedy circuit. And then the pandemic goes and I'm like, oh my God, I have to stay out and about and active and create a platform for me and my coworkers, because there's a lot of great talent here in Chicago. So that's the concept. The concept is I have a live comedian actually come here standing with Lolo and I on this stage. And I mean, it's pretty tricky. Everything is difficult. It's becoming normal. So let's get into it.
And you're doing drive-up comedy shows too, right?
I am, my first one will be Thursday.
Hey.
Holy smokes. Are you kidding me?
Woo.
Okay, so I'm doing a pop-up drive-in comedy show. It is going to be Thursday. It's in a nice gated off parking lot on 79th between 79th South Side of Chicago, between Peoria and Sangamon. And we're ready to go. We have our screen so that you can watch some kind of sketch comedy on the actual screen. You're gonna listen. If you want to get out of your car, you can bring a lawn chair, but you will have space right next to you. You will have your little oasis, so to speak. Everybody, if you get out, has to go to the left of their car. Or if you stay in the car, which is the part of the drive-in experience, you will be able to listen through your radio.
That's awesome. How did you come up with this idea? That's really outside the box, but it worked.
Yeah, that's genius.
I mean, okay, so I wanted to do it immediately. It was like, Dawn, are you kidding me? Places are not even open. You can't get a screen anywhere. People are not coming out, definitely. I came up with it trying to figure out, how can we still laugh? It's, some things aren't funny, but when it's not funny, you can still laugh at other things to take your mind off of it for just a few moments and just enjoy life. So I said, God, please help me. I need to do something. I'm going to go slip into depression. Like literally, you can slip into depression when you're not doing your livelihood. And this is my career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got that idea to come to the garage first, got my feet wet, got into the groove of disconnecting, not being able to have audio. Sometimes people might not show up. And then I said, all right, phase 3, we're rolling out. That means I can go outside of this garage. Where can we go that people will actually come and not be so, afraid of being around other people? Just come stay in your car.
There we go. Bring your
that
drink.
works. Now for people who are, oh my gosh, my God, someone is literally, see, Dawn, it's not just your audio. I wish my audio would shut off right now. There's literally a person on the phone walking down like the block. Are you kidding me? Hopefully you can hear me. But for those who are either leaving comments for you, and you said, you go into this dark, phase, like this depression kind of phase. Mm-hmm. Have your viewers kind of kept you and your spirits up? Because I'm assuming they're commenting like, hey, thanks so much. Hey, this. Yeah. Like, how has that been? Oh,
that is outstanding because, like I said, I just got back to Chicago. So I have fans literally all over the world. And then a lot of them have never seen me live. I mean, this is a weird thing to see me live. Like, is she even funny? Because it's hard to come up funny, but they are all for it. They come in as soon as I go live at 9. You just see people, the viewers coming in like, oh my God, they comment. The comments come in like 36 seconds after you said what you said. And you're like, what was she talking about? That comment. But everybody's for it. They're people that love me. Send peaceful messages like, hey, if you could do this, or I love what you're doing, add this. And then you also get the not so friendly comments. I mean, I'm doing something that's new that kind of has not been really done to this level. So, you're on that line between support and hating what you do.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough. I mean, you're just trying to live your purpose. And as an entertainer, you completely have to shift gears and navigate this field differently. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, you don't have an audience and energy that you're feeding off of. You're feeding off of comments. And people are like, behind the screen. So
you can't even see when I do it. The thing is, it's set up just like a comedy show. So I'm not looking at the comments until I bring up the next comment. So I'm literally looking at a camera like, okay, can everyone hear me? What's up? Yeah. Throw me some emojis, hearts, the care, that new care emoji, hugging the heart. Like, let me know you care about me, please.
Yeah.
And then I view it after, like, And then, I've gotten so much support. Like people were like, hey, can you wear my t-shirts? Like Original Afro Wear came, and a liquor sponsor for Uncle Nearest came. I've gotten some gigs out of being in the garage, working from home.
Girl,
Hey,
yes.
great
Yes.
opportunity.
Go off, yes.
Dawn B, thank you so much for bringing some laughs, and I cannot wait for this drive-through comedy show. Let's flash up our information for anyone looking to attend a live driving comedy show from Dawn Boatman. That's Thursday, June 18th, 79th in Peoria. Dawn, thanks so much again.
Thank you. I hope you guys can come. Let me know.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I'll give you VIP parking even.
Sign me. I have a date. I got a date Thursday at 9. Don't ask me.
Hey, it's $25 per car. You can put 7 people in a car, unload, laugh, load back up, and get out of there. It's cool.
Will Glolo be attending?
Absolutely. That's my partner in crime. Partner in peace.
G, you got to come pick us up. Rent a minivan. Come pick all of us up. We're going to Dawn's show.
And doing some yoga. We're going to do some yoga in the beginning, too. Yeah.
There we go. Dawn, take care. Thank you so much.
Arigato. Peace.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you,
Dawn.
Lord.
Thank you, Dawn.
Oh, I love her. She's hilarious. This is
Yeah,
gonna
I
be a
think we
good
needed
show.
that. You know what I mean?
The
And she
comedy
said
in these times.
a really good point. We need to laugh and have a good time during these times.
Definitely been a heavy few days. Want to notify you guys about this great community effort we have called Chicago Food to Go. It's our primetime show for the next few Sundays. You can catch the show at 9:30 p.m. on CW 26. That's the 21st, the 28th, and July 5th as well. And you can be a part of this. You share your support for local restaurants by tagging your takeout video experience with Chicago Food to Go, and also at us at CW26 Chicago. Make sure it's horizontal. Say your name, what business you're supporting, what neighborhood you're in, rep your set. And once again, use that hashtag Chicago Food to Go. John does a great job with that. So tune in Sundays, 9:30 p.m. on CW26.
You know, I have to say, I have visited some restaurants that I didn't even know were good or even existed in the city, all thanks to this. So I'm all for this.
Yeah, I just did one. I think mine's coming out either this coming weekend or it just did, but I cannot wait. It was good. It's fun to shoot. So do it, people. Support your local business. All right, we've got to bring in our next guest. We love this guy. He is our tech wizard, innovation expert, and author of Gadget Nation. He is such a regular. Look at him. There he is. Steve Greenberg.
Hey.
Welcome to our live.
Thank you very much. I'm doing a little switcheroony here because I didn't know you were coming on that right when you did. Here we go.
Switcheroony it up. We got it. There you are. Oh, hey. We miss
Good.
you.
How you doing? Welcome to my home. I've been going to your home all this time at the studio, so it's nice to have you guys come to my home. Thanks.
I'm so excited to see it because you've probably got a TV that shoots out of your dresser and, like wine bottle openers that just go at all time. You probably have the techiest house out there is what I'm trying to say. So
I have a fairly techie house. I don't know about I do the wine bottle thing for sure. I don't know about the TV thing you mentioned, but I do
we'll
have
work
some
on
cool
the
stuff.
TV. All right, well, Steve,
So we're
Father's
talking-
Day is coming up,
Right.
and you know us. We need help, and you've got all the answers. So what should
I've
we
got
do?
some answers.
Dads, grads, all the above.
Okay, so for dads and grads, first up, let's talk home security. Dads love home security, but so does everybody else. What's great about this is an easy setup. It's from a company called HoopCam, and this is the HoopCam right here. This is the HoopCam Plus right here. What's cool about it is that with a Plus, the head on this thing can actually spin around so that, see, we get a shot of that shows it, but he will turn around. Whoop, let's do him for me. Come on. There we go. So you can be anywhere in the world and you can look at what you want to see and kind of take a good look around. We can look up, down, whatever you want. And on top of that, it also knows when you're home and when you're away. So it will give you different alerts and different security settings based on if you're in the house or the family's in the house or you're all on vacation. It keeps track of all that. And it even has kind of a smart assistant built into it. And using the smart assistant, you get reminders like,
Trash.
wait,
Steve, take out the trash.
that was Steve, take out the trash. But it will also be reminding you about anything else. It might even remind you to take your evening martini, whatever it is you need to do, it will remind you to do. You just kind of set it all up. Really simple to set up. Starts at about $60. And again, I mean, I can't tell you how easy it is. And once you're away from the house, you can then see everything on your phone or your tablet, however you set up through the free app. Very cool. Hoop Cam. So remember that one.
Yeah.
Does
Yes.
it connect to Alexa or Google Play?
It does actually. That's a great question. So that gives you some added control. So if you're using, for example, if you have the ones that have the screen on it, you can actually go like to your Alexa with the screen, the Echo Home, and you can say, show me living room camera or show me wherever and it pops up on the screen. So yeah, it has that feature built into it as well. Great question. Someone's been doing his homework. That's
Hey, I've been looking, man. I've been looking.
Well, no, you know what, Steve? I was actually looking for something like this to buy for my dad because, like you said, dads are obsessed with security around the house. But this one is actually an affordable one, and it seems so easy to use.
I mean, that's what I like about it. The price point is amazing. I mean, you're starting at $60. You can add literally an unlimited number of them. It doesn't have like you can only take 2 or 3. You can have as many as you want. And there's the static one, this one, which has a lot of great features. Let me show you. It actually, it's magnetic. So you can attach this to the wall and then set it up any way you want to set it up. That's the static one. And then the one that moves around, I mean, you can be on your phone and you can kind of see what you want to look into, look up, look down. And it's a two-way speaker system. So you can talk to the person in the room or you can hear what's going on. They can talk back to you. So it's another level of communication as well, which I think is a really great feature. So Hoop Cam definitely should be on the short list of things to get.
There we go. All right, tell us a little bit about X-Torch.
X-Torch right here. This is a flashlight, which here I'll show you, a pretty bright flashlight. But it's not only a flashlight, it's also a lantern, meaning it lights up around here. And it even has a light right here. So if you put it on a table, it could be used for, let's say, if you're camping or a dining room table, it could light the table, or a reading light next to your bed. So it does a bunch of those things. But what's really cool about it, it's solarly charged. So you charge it with the sun, or you can plug it in and charge it the traditional way. And it's got a little plug over here on the side. So because this is one big battery here, you can then use it to charge up your smartphone. So whether it's an emergency or camping or something else, this is a really great kind of must-have, I think. I'm a big fan of this. Very smart. It has this little carabiner clip right onto here, so you can hang it from a tent or from your backpack. Just makes it even that much handier. It's really great design.
Let me
Great
get
for the
this straight.
handyman in your life.
Excuse me?
Solar-powered iPhone charger?
Exactly. So you can charge it up, take it out to the park, let it charge all day, and then your phone's running low, plug your phone into it, and you can charge up your phone. This is definitely something I think should be near everyone's backpack, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one. My phone is always dying, so love it.
Okay, next, come this way, right over here. We're all doing a lot more walking these days, and it's just to do something. And this is called the W Fan. It's a wearable fan. Let me put it on so I can show you. There we go.
Oh, this already looks like my
2
dad.
fans right there. I don't know if you can see them.
Stop it.
Gives you a little breeze. So you're always got a breezy day. So whether you're doing a little jog and walking through the park, or just laying out on the beach, or just working in the backyard, you've got your own personal cooling system, which I'm telling you, I've used it. It works, and it's great. 3 different speed settings, by the way, too.
I can tell you've used it.
I love it. They have a version for kids. And I got to tell you a funny thing about it. So one of the warnings that comes with it is that if you have long hair, it could be a problem because it's bringing in hair this way. So they give you a little thing to tie up your long hair. Now that's not something I need necessarily, but you ladies, I think it might make some sense for you.
You know what, Steve? You got me with the little things. It's the little things right now, okay?
It's the little things, absolutely. Let me take this off. Here we go. I'm gonna turn it off. So this is really just a great gift. I mean, and I think anybody, a grad or a dad, would get a kick out of it. Next, this one is really, really a must-have. This is called the AquaVault 100% waterproof floating phone pouch. So as the name describes, you put your phone right inside there. It's got a little pocket of air. So if it should fall off a boat or fall into the pool, it's going to float right to the surface. It's got 3 levels of locking systems here so that no water gets into it. Plus, you can use your phone right through it. So you can take pictures, selfies, answer the phone all through. It's got a little place for your thumb ID. You put your thumb over there for doing that. It'll do all of that. And it's just, I think this is definitely a must-have for the summer. And to prove that it works, I took it into the pool and I tested it out. And if you can see, right, I went right in the water with it, shot a little video. It worked like a charm. So this is definitely a must-have. AquaVault.
You know
That's
what, Steve?
awesome.
I'm a little skeptical because I've used other pouches like that, and the video is kind of like, I don't know, it just like looks funny. But that video that you took and you showed us is actually super clear.
I can honestly tell you it was this exact one is the one I used, and my phone went right through, worked perfectly through it. I didn't do any special rigging of it, and it works great. I was able to turn the phone on and off. It was able to identify me. I could answer a call, all of that right through the pouch. And it doesn't, you know, it's just a smart way to go. And I love the fact that they built in this extra little pocket of air in there so that it won't, you know, it won't sink. If it goes in the water, it's going to float to the surface.
Steve, was that your pool?
I live in a high-rise condo here on Miami, and that is my pool. And it was like the day we opened it, I shot that.
Yeah, Steve, I mean, you had your eyes open underwater, holding your breath. That was a good 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. Well, I got some skills. Not a lot of skills, but I got a few skills. Next, over
Can
here.
you tell us the price on that, on the AquaVault?
I think it's like $30, something like
Yeah,
that, about $30.
got it.
And you guys will put it up on the screen, I hope. But yeah, it's about $30.
Yeah, I'm looking
And
at it right
again-
now, $29.95, confirmed.
See, I was pretty close. Yeah, 5 cents, give or take. Okay, next, this is a really great idea. So we're all wearing masks all the time. And honestly, you know, it's a mask. It's kind of like a wasted space of real estate. You could do something with it. So whether it's your business, your team, your college, or whatever you want to have on that piece of real estate right there, this company called Mask Market will print it right on there. Now, this is my book, so I'm shamelessly plugging it right now. The book's right here, but there's my mask, Gadget Nation. So you're walking around, you can be promoting whatever you want to promote. One thing I was mentioning earlier is that I did a reality show called Invention Hunters, and it was on the Food Network, but now they brought it back and put it on the Food Network Go app. So I can promote that when I'm walking around too. So you're wearing a mask, you might as well be saying something with your mask. So I think that's a clever idea. Mask Market. They'll even print the lower half of your face. So if you just want to look like your face doesn't have a mask on it, you send them a picture of your face and they'll print your face on the mask. And I think the
That's
Jam
hilarious.
masks should be out there. You guys should be considering the Jam masks. What do you
Oh,
think?
you're right.
I think that sounds like a good idea. I also
Right?
think, I like the idea of having my face on one. That way I
Yeah.
can hit some people. I think that's a fun idea.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's like-
killing two birds with one stone. I mean, you're a walking advertisement for whatever you want it to be. It's kind of nice.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it could be something that just like, you know, your favorite sports team or something like that, or it could be your place of business or whatever little startup you have going. I'm telling you, I think it's a great idea. And this company is terrific. It's affordable. They start at like, I don't know, $13 a piece, but if you buy bunches of them, the price comes down. Mask Market. So check
Will they
them
do
out. They're
any
very cool.
image? Will they do any image that you upload?
Anything you send them, exactly. They send you back kind of like how they're gonna position it, and then you approve it, and then they print it up. Ta-da,
Love
like
it.
that.
Brandon, I was at a patio
that.
over the weekend and we saw a completely marveled out mask. So I'm thinking, I think if I had to choose one for Brandon, we might have to get you something Marvel, you know, maybe like half of the
Yeah.
Hulk or Captain America.
Oh,
Or Black Panther or something.
Black Panther.
I could see that. Yeah. And I've seen the only thing that bothers me about the ones where it's just the bottom of your face. So to people who want to feel confident that you have a mask when you walk close to them, you're like, I mean, it really does fool you that you think they don't have a mask on, and then you're like, uh-oh, and then they do have a mask on. So it does cause that moment of like concern if you're looking for a mask and the next
But it
person,
can
the
advertise
person
your
near you.
smile. It could be a good advertisement for your smile.
Absolutely. And also dentists, I'm just thinking. That's
There you go.
it is another idea. See, we're brainstorming here. We're brainstorming.
I
So-
know. Oh my gosh, Steve. We are in definitely new times here for sure.
No question about it. And I'm hoping one day soon I'll be back in the studio so I can see all of you. Maybe we can even, you know, do not a virtual hug, but a real hug again, because I do miss you all.
If we remember how to hug. Yes.
I know. I'm still getting this down, so I'll have to work on this again.
All right, Steve, let's get your information up here so that people can check out. There we go, at Steve TV, stevegreenberg.tv, for all these creative new things that we are adapting to, and then also great presents for grads and for fathers as Father's Day is coming up. Steve, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. Stay strong. Try to stay sane. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, Steve.
Oh, I
always a
love
privilege.
him. He has such great energy every time he comes on the show. Always.
Every time we talk to him, I got a new Amazon add to cart. Everything. It's so good.
All right, let's
I
give you a look
think
at
my dad is gonna freak if I get him like the little fan thingies.
That has my dad written all over it.
Hilarious.
That was my favorite one. That was the wonkiest of them all, but it actually works really well. You might want to consider a fan today. Pretty nice day outside. He said you could wear it while you're running. I'd like to see somebody do that. That'd be quite a sight. There's a shot there at Grant Park in Chicago. It is 78 degrees outside. Nice, crisp, my favorite type of day. The low of 61, sunny skies all around. You might get a passing cloud or two. Sunset at the hit around 8:30 tonight. And here's a look at the rest of your week here. We're going to be escalating in temperature up until Friday, then Saturday and Sunday. There's a chance we're going to get some scattered storms. I have heard we might get it pushed a little bit. Maybe instead of Saturday, we get Sunday, Monday. Keep your fingers crossed. But that is your forecast right now for your weekend. So enjoy the work week. Get outside, get a run in, jog, do what you got to do, walk the dog. It is going to be nice for these at least 5 days of the work week.
Yeah, I hope that rain gets pushed off. I know it doesn't really matter because we're all doing the same thing every day, but you can only hope.
You can only hope. All right, guys. Well, speaking of Father's Day and speaking of gifts and things that we are kind of planning for these next couple of weeks, there's an article that says there are signs that you're becoming your father. Okay. And I'm really curious to see, because you guys have seen my dad on Instagram. He's kind of, how do I say that? He is just, it only happens when I turn the camera on or I face it toward him. He is just the weirdest. Okay. So it says you start becoming your father at age 37. Okay. Not only that, but 68% of those surveyed say they feel more like their father with every passing year. Now, just to kind of, I guess, to start the conversation, I think it's almost like inevitable. We kind of want to be, right, like our parents, and we want to be able to have those specific qualities or things that we love about them so much. What do you guys think?
37 sounds late. I already feel like I'm already like my dad. I see myself. My dad is the man. So when I say I can see myself, I'm mirroring him because he's loud and he tells the longest, funniest stories, and I think like I'm sitting there listening and annoyed, but then I'll go and do the same thing. And I'm like, here's Kim coming in hot. Also, did you guys know, fun fact, my dad's name is Kim Green. But, I like to see when I'm kind of acting like my dad. It's more my mom when I'm like, oh God, like this is something that is so typically my mother. So I don't know. 37 sounds late. It's already happening for me.
It does sound kind of late. Yeah. My father passed away when I was in kindergarten, but I hear a lot of people tell me that knew him that I embody a lot of his qualities eerily, including my love for sports, some of my sayings, confidence, things like that. I do have a lot of confidence, that's for sure.
So that's from your dad. Thank you, Mr. Pope.
Supposedly that is confirmation right there. So honestly, I'd be feeling like a dad anyway, or a zaddy, as they say.
I knew this was coming. Let me just I'll ask the next question. Brandon, don't start that conversation, please.
What conversation?
Look, it's almost been 4 years of us working together, and I think every week you've mentioned something about you being a zaddy. Okay.
I'm just telling you what the ladies say. So
okay, here we
go. Really pushing it. You're more of an old soul than a zaddy.
I am an old soul, and I wear my favorite summer outfit is a nice athletic polo, maybe a visor. Yeah.
Here we go.
Maybe go golfing.
Krista, you're digging us
I'm
deeper.
already a dad.
Krista, we were here and now we're here.
He's the one who brought up zaddy.
I just want to know, how often do you guys talk to your parents? I can't escape them because I live with them, but you guys are out and about, and I don't know, is it a thing for you to call your mom every day or your dad?
I talk to my parents every day for sure. My mom will text me a lot. So she's a big texter. She loves Instagram. I just told her about TikTok last week. Now she's not good at it, but she has all these things. So yeah, we text a lot and FaceTime, and my dad's always in the background and pops in when necessary. So we
God,
chat a lot.
I don't know. Go ahead, Brandon.
Some of the things that this article brings out, top traits we get from our dads. We take grilling very seriously, 37%.
cannot
Repair
grill.
things instead of buying them. That's a dad trait. Get really into corny jokes. I do love a good pun or corny joke. What about y'all?
Oh yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
It's funny you bring up those two things too, grilling. I feel like that's a lot of quarantine coming into play here too, you
Mm.
know?
What about falling asleep on the couch? Falling asleep on the couch with the game on. 25.
Stop. I just started doing that. After maybe, I don't know, like a year, I think on the Jam after I moved from South Bend, I started falling asleep on the couch. Like, who am I? So sad.
Yeah,
It's
here's the
okay.
other one. This
It
one's
happens to the best
interesting.
of us.
Do you grunt when you get off the couch?
Stop.
You know
Oh my gosh. You guys, the best breaking news ever just came through. Mayor Lori Lightfoot announces Lakefront Trail will be opening June 22nd.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
exciting. I was actually,
very
you know what? Yeah,
excited.
that's a round of applause. I was actually wondering when that was going to happen because I wanted to go on a run and I was like, oh, I can't go to the lake and like all the forest preserves are really short. So
I can't tell you guys, I've been running around like the Lincoln Park parks. I've tried to break in a little. I did get in one day and it was amazing and no one was on the
Krista.
trail.
So I live by the lakefront. It's
Can't get in
beautiful.
trouble anymore. Oh my gosh. Okay, here are the details. Beginning Monday, June 22nd, the Lakefront Trail will open east of Lakeshore Drive from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. However, beaches and parks east of Lakeshore Drive will remain closed. It's exercise and transit only, and people have to keep it moving.
Yeah, so
I'll take it, Lori. I will take it.
Yeah, it's still going to be nice. I mean, if you ever run along there, it's one of the most beautiful, majestic things. And so I'm just excited to add that to my routine now because I've been missing it.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
All
Really
right,
good
guys.
news.
Are you ready to do a game here?
here we go with these
Yeah.
games. I never win these games.
Okay.
Game time.
So this is a game. It's basically charades. I don't know if we have a fancy name for it or anything, but what's going to happen, I'm going to
Oh,
host
gestures, Brandon. Read the email. Gestures.
gestures. We'll
I
call it
didn't, I didn't
gestures.
want to say it.
Okay, so I'm going to host this game here. It's going to be Deanna versus Krista. We're going to play probably a round or two. The first round is phrases, okay? So what's going to happen is Deanna is going to act out a phrase. Krista, you have to guess it. People in the Facebook comments, feel free to guess along with Krista. Deanna, let's get started.
I'm
I've
scared.
been playing this a
'cause
lot in quarantine, so watch out, guys. I'm not going to say I'm going to be really good, but I might be really
I love charades.
I don't, it's hard because, okay. Alrighty. Okay, Krista, are you ready? I have
I'm
to stop
ready.
talking now, right?
No talking.
No talking.
go. I
Oh,
can talk though because I'm guessing.
I
All
feel
right.
like, okay, so this is a phrase.
Zip the
Five.
lips.
5.
Okay. It's 5
You're
words.
not supposed to say
Okay.
anything.
You don't
Okay,
have to
okay,
say
here we go,
anything.
here we go.
I'll keep it talking. An elephant. An elephant at the zoo. A big, a square, a TV, a movie. It's a movie.
You're close.
Right now.
It's a phrase.
It's a
It
phrase.
involves an elephant.
Oh, and there's an elephant in the room.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Success.
Now
Okay.
your turn to act out for Deanna.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 words. Dance party.
It's a phrase.
Okay, 2 words. First word. Oh, 2. The number 2.
We're going to do the second word.
Oh, the second. Oh, so the first one is dance. Okay.
Have you played charades before, Deanna?
Okay, you know what, Brandon? Okay, I'm ready. Second word.
Um,
You got the dance part right.
Okay.
That was like 3 different things.
Let's see what you say on
I'm
Facebook.
describing one thing. It's actually really hard to act out.
Dance,
Anybody got a guess on Facebook?
booty call, dance, text.
The answer is dancing machine.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you do a machine?
I mean, but this is not a machine.
Like the wheels are turning.
Yeah, the wheels are turning.
I'm punching in numbers. I'm plugging stuff in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Brandon, go ahead.
All right. Well, then I would say the winner here is Krista, because she guessed yours right, and
And that's it.
that's it.
I'll take it. Wow, Lakefront's opening. I won gestures. Today is a great day.
I just what else could you have done for machine? I'm still stuck on this. There's nothing else.
I mean, if someone's got something in Facebook, I'll give it a go.
Right.
But
Right.
All right, Jam B team. It has been awesome. It's been fun. We got an exciting show tomorrow. Felicia and Amy will be back. I will be in for John Hanson. 11:15. We're talking to Joe Amabile. He's Chicago born and raised. He's gone on to compete on The Bachelorette. You know him as Grocery Joe, okay?
very
The
excited.
legend, Grocery Joe. He's on Bachelor in Paradise, also on Dancing with the Stars. So we're going to catch up with him and find out how the reality TV life has suited him.
look at that smile.
Absolutely. I know.
Can't wait to talk to that
Cutie.
Shouldn't
smile.
have been booted. He really shouldn't have been booted.
There we go. All right, guys. And also at 11:45, we're going to be talking to 14-year-old DJ Tillman, who, guess what, is graduating with her master's degree. So there you have it. We are talking to a 14-year-old with a master's degree. I mean, you don't want to miss that.
That's outstanding. Like, I am 28 and don't have a master's.
I don't even have I know.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
a lot. Make sure to remember our new times, 9 a.m. for news, then 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. for all the fun. Catch you guys later.
Yeah. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.